What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Spike Podcast, an NFC North podcast. My name is Imorie Curry, joined by Mr. Lavon Lane and Mr. Corey Thompson. It's week 11. And we're going to have a lot of shit talk on the show. I'm just going to give you guys full warning. Because the Packers just crushed the Bears. But before we get into Packers-Bears, let's beeline to the Lions, and then Lavon, we'll finish out the show with all of our shit talk. Corey, how do you feel about you guys' game today?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just going to say not surprised. Not surprised.
I am. 52-6 is an impressive ass game.
Not surprised at what? You're not surprised at what?
The victory. Victory.
Okay.
Nah, the points were put up 52-6.
That's insane. That's impressive as shit. Yeah, that's great.
It gets a Jaguars. I mean, it's not like we was trying to run the scoreboard, but just to say, I guess Goff redeemed himself from last game. He threw for 412 yards, 4 TDs, no interception. So,
Goff is on
awesome,
point.
Light work.
Awesome.
Light work. So, who you guys next week? Who you guys got next week, Corey?
We got the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, that's another dub. All right.
Yeah.
Let's beeline to the main event now. Because, boy, did we have a day on the Spike fucking podcast. So, today, me and Mr. Lavon Lane, I took this guy on a little field trip to a Bears bar that a friend of mine owns in Midtown. It's called the Black Red Tavern. Shout out to Tim. Had a great time. Prices are great. It was a great environment. But ultimately, the Packers came out on top. Now, before I talk my shit, Mr. Lavon Lane, let me kick it to you. What are your thoughts about the game today?
Man, I don't even know where to start. Just to keep it real with you, it was amazing just being a part of it with you. Let me get that.
Best, honestly, hands down, the best Bears-Packers game I've seen. Also, most of the environment I've ever watched a game. But it was a blast, man.
And just the fact that having that opportunity to be with you, and you had the boldness to be there in the Bears den. I'm telling you, literally, I was like,
den, bro. The only motherfucker in green and gold in the entire bar. Outnumbered by at least 100 Bears fans. And you know what happened in the end? I walked out with a smile on my face. Miss Lynn, I can get back to you.
No, it was a great competitive game all the way through, even to the last second. And that's where, you all going follow the Spike Podcast on Instagram, IG.
Please
that's where we get our clips out, our mini clips, just in case you don't get a chance to see the whole entire episode here. We got small clips on Instagram. So you'll definitely see what happened in the Bears den. You'll definitely see what happened in the Bears den. Man. It was so funny. I had to laugh at this. It was like one lady on there right before he kicked the ball. She was like, "Yeet." I was like, and I looked up. This man is the only person screaming in the whole
fucking bar, bro. I was like,
okay.
All right.
It was amazing, bro. And also, like, Beeline, I'm not gonna lie, the Bears, you guys' offense turned the fuck up today. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie on that. I don't think, speaking from an objective perspective, Jeff Hafley's defense was not prepared for you guys' new offensive scheme. And I think that there's a lot of times you guys could have taken the lead. I think that, my boy Jair, I wore his jersey, he only played a couple snaps this game, and then he went out and dressed out into his, his hoodie and his fucking shorts. And I was like, okay, that's a hurt. But at the end of the day, our defense still showed up. Lavon, now I'm going to ask you this question. That was the first game in the Spike Podcast members to watch together.
Yeah.
What was the highlight of the experience for you before we get into the breakdown of the game?
The highlight of the game for me was the former Lions running back Swift.
Mm-hmm.
He made like before I get to Swift, did you know we had over around 165 yards rushing?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie, you might have called your yards accurate on the preview. You might have. Caleb ended with what? 225? Swift for 165? Yeah. You were pretty close. So
that was a good thing. I seen progress. And like I've been harping once again, it starts with our offensive coordinator.
For sure.
And we made great adjustments offensively. One thing I can say we actually made is We had Caleb make easy checkdowns. We got it to our tight end. We ran the ball effectively with Swift and Roschon Johnson. So those combinations together, it did look promising and positive. According to going backwards all the time,
of course,
we was going forward this time. Now, with that being said, I love the fact that we did play to we played all 4 quarters hard.
You damn sure did. I can't even fight on that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The entire game, I was expecting us to just kind of. We scored that first 7. I was like, all right, we're gonna get in here, and then you guys kept blocking and shit. It was overhanded. Like, let's take the lead. Let's take the lead the entire game. But I don't know, Lavon. How do you feel about the new offensive scheme? Because I'm not gonna lie, as an outsider looking in, the Bears are way more effective than they've been in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's positive for Caleb, so I hope he can learn and develop more from this. He can see a different aspect. Now we're within the toughest division in, let's say, NFL, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if we have a great competitor as Green Bay and we took them to the last second, and the only reason we lost because of a blocked field goal, I thought it was a missed field goal, but it was partially blocked. I can say we can be competitive. Now you saw what I told you last week about our record.
Yeah,
in the year that still stands.
I feel
that still stands. Yeah, but I'm thinking, our fans, yes, we want to win. We want to win, division and Super Bowl, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But we want to see a competitive game. And this is 2 out of 3 weeks where we are either down and we about to win, or we was up and we lost.
Yeah,
it's 2 out of 3, but we was competitive. And so, only thing I can say, I tip my cap to y'all. Y'all didn't give up in the last thing. Just say,
we damn sure did not give up.
No. So,
and honestly, I'll extend it from my own perspective, because as a Packers fan, surrounded by 120 plus Bears fans, I was outnumbered, man. And I know the guy who owned the bar, so I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna do this thing." But the second we blocked that kick, it gave me all the momentum I think we needed, because despite our offense not firing all of a sudden, it was a ball game, but also the Packers in the NFC North needed that win. If you guys had come back and beat us, I don't know if we would have been Jordan Love would have kicked into his overdrive like he did the second half of last season. So, Lavon, let's talk specifics, bro, because we watched the game together for the most part. We saw Jordan Love throw a dart. Honestly, shout out to Christian fucking Watson. 150 yards receiving, the most clutch catch, diving catch in the fourth quarter that gave the Packers the ability to go forward and get ahead on the board. And now, I will say without a shadow of a doubt, what I tell you in the preview last night, we don't know which receivers are going to run the game. We don't know whose goal. We don't know what the scheme is. And I will say, and I'm not going to lie, it was an ugly dub today. I'm not going to lie, I'm happy we got it, but it was an absolute ugly dub today. Now, my number, hang on a second, Corey. I'll get to you in a second. My thing is, I think that literally tonight was just us getting lucky. And I'm not going to lie about that. Because had our deep, we haven't blocked a field goal or an extended kick all season. That motherfucker who got through to block that punt was the number 1 saving grace for the Packers season, potentially. And I think that there's definitely a lot of things to be said about that. Because, Lavon, what I see in the preview, defense, Jair and Xavier McKinney. Neither one of them did shit tonight. You know who did do shit? Fucking Xavier McKinney and our lineman. And that was wild. Because in the last drive, when we got you guys on those back-to-back sacks on first and second down, 3rd and 19 coming in, that was literally the saving grace for the game. And as a Packers fan, I'm used to beating the Bears, and I'm not just throwing shade. I'm used to beating the Bears, but this was the first time I've ever been in the Lions den, for real. And we'll put some videos in towards the end of this video. But guys, I was fucking the outlier. Lavon can tell you, I was in the corner of the bar. I was the only one. I was in the fucking corner. And you know what happened when I walked out? What did they say on our way out, Lavon? Fuck you, Alexander. Fuck you. I was like, it was a great time, man. But Lavon, what you got? Lavon, I know you got more to say. What you got?
No, just keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple. I still hate Green Bay. So that's my simplicity of that.
And the reason you hate Green Bay is because we kick your ass 11 times.
Corey can concur. But no, overall, man, it was a good game. Like I said, I saw the difference between Shane Waldron's play calling and Thomas Brown.
I absolutely did too. So I'll give you props on that.
Yeah, so that's positive. Yes, we have a rookie. I want to see that development. That's all I want to see. We had quick throws.
Honestly, his throw time tonight was like a second and a half shorter than he has been every game. And we were watching it because the broadcaster were watching had the breakdown the bottom left screen. He was throwing a pass in 2.01 seconds. That's fucking unparalleled for him. Just like in the preview, you explained. We've got to throw the ball under 3 seconds. He's number 3 in the NFL. But obviously today, Love might have had more yards and more touchdowns, but he did have that costly interception, which is one thing Caleb Williams didn't do. Which is something I didn't see coming.
Love was still loving.
He was loving.
He was still loving because he was loving throwing them interceptions like I called on the other day. Come on now. He was loving. He was loving well.
And you know what Love does? Love wins you football games.
Yeah. But actually, Love kept us in the game.
He did. But honestly, respectfully, our running game just wasn't firing on all cylinders today. I was expecting Josh Jacobs to have a lot more yards, but I'm not gonna lie, you guys D-line, and we've always talked about your O-line being ass, but your D-line held up against pressure. And that was very positive to see. And this last game of the season, whenever we go up together in January, is gonna be insane. I already feel it. I already feel it, man. But I will say today, one of the things you guys failed on, your receivers did not give as much of a fuck as Green Bay's receivers did. Christian Watson. Man. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, Christian Watson, that catch Christian Watson made in the fourth quarter, that diving catch, that was literally the reason why we haven't traded him. And we've talked about the trade line on the show a lot. We thought that, a lot of teams in the offseason, especially coming up into November 5th, we're going to make crazy trades, but, the Bears didn't do shit. The Packers didn't do shit. We traded a guy away, but we still came away with the dub. But now, here's my fault with the game. And this is just from the outside looking in. We didn't really talk about this at the bar, Lavon. I think that Jeff Hafley's defense needs to literally drop multiple schemes. Because we let you guys look so much better than I feel you are.
Ooh.
Like, Caleb Williams on that last drive, I was so scared. The fact that you guys got into field goal range, man, I was like, you saw me. I stood up on fourth down. I was like, I stood up on third down. I was like, there's no way. But, with all that being said, NFC North is the toughest division in football. But obviously today's game might have had more of an effect on the momentum of the teams than we realized. And another thing that was the best part was, not going to lie and throw shade, but I walked into a Bears den. I walked out with a dub. And Lavon, like I said, that was our first experience. It was a special thing, Lavon. I'm so glad you and Vontae came through. Like, it was a completely perfect experience. They said they had the fuck Green Bay chant, and I was like, fuck all y'all. And, we held our own. But, Lavon, let me ask you a serious question. Yeah. You heard the Fire Eagle Swiss chant at the bar.
Yeah.
Is he cooked? What are you thinking?
Not during the year. Remember, our tradition, we don't fire coaches since George Hallis. We never, and it started with him. And his daughter is the owner. So they still go by that tradition.
For
Even
sure.
if we went, we went 4-13. The daughter of the man who started the NFL, make sure you don't fire a coach. You can fire OCs, DCs, special team coaches. You do not fire the head coach during season. And end of the season, if we went 4-13, we out.
I feel that. Yeah, Lavon, I'm going to ask you this last question. And this is a thing you made, it was a joke you made during our preview. We're talking about Marvel's What If. What if you guys had won this game? Because right now, the way I'm looking at it, Love didn't have a good game. He only threw one pick, which was costly because he overthrew that one receiver on the right side of the field. Do you think that if you guys had won this game, it would have changed the momentum of your season? Or I mean, obviously you guys lost, but like, what do you think the alternate outcome would have been?
Absolutely, it would have changed the momentum of our season because now we home, we fighting for our home and get kicked out of our own home, and we played in Chicago. So my point, this would if we won, it would have gave us momentum. That number one, we beat Green Bay. That changed that whole narrative right there about the Bears. They showing some good consistency. Now it's about stacking those wins. Okay. But you can't stack a win when you're losing. And so that's exactly what's happening with us is the fact that we got to play Minnesota Vikings next. Now, who's next up? Minnesota Vikings. That's just like playing y'all again almost. You know, a similar record. You know, hot team. And yes, they lost a couple games, but they're competitive. And so like I said, I stand by my record right now, and it don't change.
So at this point, you guys are what, 5-5 or 4-6?
5-6.
5-6. Okay, gotcha. So,
all right, Lo.
Go ahead, Corey.
Let me ask you a question real quick or whatnot. You know, judging by what you saw today against Green Bay, you know, good team or whatnot. You know, y'all changed y'all offensive coordinator or whatnot. So, do you really see the progress that could kind of like going forward, get y'all, you know, over the hump, or do you think it might be a little? Because you know you still got a rookie quarterback you're working with, and it's on him to get better. You know what I'm saying? So, do you see the change? Well, hard to tell with one game, but in this game that y'all played today, do you think because it was close? It was a close game, and y'all lead at one point.
Yo, Lavon, before you respond, Lavon, I'll tell you this, Corey. There was one moment at the bar where all of us laughed because we had this one random Packers fan come in, white guy named Paul, super cool ass dude, bro. And I was the only Packers fan sitting in the corner, and he was a Packers fan, but he was afraid to wear his shit, right?
He was hidden.
He was hidden, bro. He had like undercover, like his hat was green and he was like, I'm scared. I walked in there, but I was like, boo. But there was one moment, if we're talking about the improvement, where they scored the touchdown. Lavon, what'd they say? That was the first touchdown in 3 games. And the whole bar cheered.
That's what, and that's when Swift scored. And so, Corey, I can answer your question now.
All right.
If you had finished your question. No,
I did. I was saying that you, as far as y'all changed your offensive coordinator, how you feel about it going forward? You think that might be the spark y'all need right there?
Absolutely.
He might be the guy.
Let me tell you, you're right. That's a great question, Corey. I'm glad you brought it up. One of the things I talked about when me and Imorie got together was, and we talked, and all of us talked offline, is about when the last time the Bears had a fiery coach, not an easy-going, soft-spoken coach. That's something Keenan Allen brought up during the week. He brought up that
he did.
He did. So reason I brought that up because the new offensive coordinator we have, Thomas Brown. He wasn't on the ground. He was up in the booth, so he could see everything. Right. So I saw him. So when Swift scored that touchdown, I saw his reaction. His reaction was like, "Let's go, let's whoop this." You know, the headphones all.
That shit was awesome. It was awesome. I was happy for you guys in that moment. It was awesome.
Man, it was good to see that because he's trying to dial it up so we can have victory. He's not on the ground, and he's not on the ground level with Caleb on next on the bench looking like this. he ain't like this. You remember that picture? You saw that picture? No, he up there like, let's get fired up, let's go. You know, I'm dialing this thing up. You execute, we win. And so I was like, that's what I'm talking about. We need that fiery coach. If we lacking, we need that fiery coach in that particular area, and that's offense. I think he give us that fire that we need. And the scheme season, he gave Caleb easy throw, and if he couldn't throw it, he took off.
I will say though, Caleb made some throws today that I haven't seen him make in the past 5 weeks. Like that, I keep referring to that last drive, but that motherfucker was throwing darts. Like Jordan Love had that one impressive ass touchdown pass to Christian or is it Jane Reed or whoever the fuck, I can't even remember what receiver it was, but like to get us up to 20, and the Caleb was like, nah, throwing dots, marching it down the field. And I have to say, It seemed like he was able to understand the defense a little bit better.
Yes.
That's one thing. Like, I was like, what did we say in the preview? I want it to be a competitive game. Caleb today, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got burps. But Caleb today recognized his game way more effectively than he did previously. Man, I'm drinking a fucking Sprite. That shit got me burping like a motherfucker.
You're struggling on water, ain't it?
Well, I mean, my beer is about to be open, but I'll go to get my
You like Kevin Hart. You like
Kevin Hart, y'all's fucking team. All right, so shut the hell up. All right, y'all lost. But no, I'm not gonna lie. I saw a lot of growth in you guys. But Lavon, here's one thing, because Corey asked you the real question. I'm gonna give you the second level tier. Do you think, like, you guys' schedule is probably the hardest coming up in the NFC North? Like, obviously, we got the Niners next week, but we have a chance to, kind of lock our shit down and kind of get our shit together. But you guys, man, like, it's an uphill battle. And today, you guys showed progress, especially with the record of 5-6. Like, that's not impressive. But do you think that there's the mojo there in order for you guys to get the longevity you need to be a successful offensively this season?
Yeah. Now, let me piggyback a little bit. Now, Green Bay was picked to win by 6 points. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like y'all were gonna blow us out according to, but it was close, so it was competitive. That's the only thing you can ask for, right? Mm-hmm. So now, as far as the rest of the schedule, it's gonna be really hard because honestly, we still haven't figured out our identity.
I feel that.
We don't know. Corey, you can't say what our identity is. And you a Detroit looking in. And today, only thing you can say, Imorie, is that we made good progress. And what that mean? We don't look like last week.
For sure.
That's good. But we don't have identity like, okay, they finna be like a black and blue division. Mm-hmm. We gonna play great defense and smack you in the mouth with the run and see what the trench is gonna be about. Man, we gotta get there. And he and Caleb demonstrated some poise. I can't arrow Jim McMahon.
He definitely did. I'll give him that.
We show poise like Jim McMahon. Like, if it ain't there, I'm gonna take off.
Honestly, he did. Bro, he broke out of the pocket on some clutch-ass first-down runs. That was something I've never seen Caleb do, which is another reason why we're giving our praise to Mr. Thomas Brown. Now, Caleb looked way more confident in his offensive scheme than he did previously. Yes. But I didn't interrupt you, Lauren. I'll let you finish.
Yeah. No, that's I would say going by what y'all like I said, if somebody look at, they ain't see the game, but see how your stats on paper, on offense, y'all pretty much did good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With total yards of 391 yards. Yep. 212 passing, 179 rushing, 5.8 per play. So I think it'll take time. This like I say, y'all switch coordinators, so it's progress. I'll ask you this right here. Would you say y'all won the game, but y'all lost the game today? How would you say that? Would you say it like that? Last minute, field goal, this, that, and another. Would you say y'all won the game, but y'all lost it? Would you say it like that?
Hell yes. We won the game. Okay. Hell yeah, we won the game. We won the game, but we lost it. Boy. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
All right, so our field goal, what was that? What was it, a 35-yarder? Something like that?
34, I think it was.
Yeah, 34, 35-yarder. That should be a cheap shot. I mean, a chip shot. Right. When you got NFL kickers averaging 50, 40 plus yards, and we got 35 yards. Only thing we had to do, kick the ball, block the man, because the man was all over our center. He blocked the ball, and we could have, if he didn't block it, we would have won it. So yes, I would have said we won it, but we lost it.
Now my turn. Okay. My turn.
Your turn, Imorie. Give me your input, Imorie.
You lost the fucking football game, Lavon. This is the exact problems with the Chicago Bears. You lost the game. There's no win and lose. That's not a fucking positive scenario. You guys lost.
Hey, let me tell you.
Oh, no. It's my turn. It's my turn. You're lost. Shut up. It's my turn. Here's the thing. You guys did not have the fucking fire, and it didn't burn long enough. Reason why we got past your right guard and blocked that kick was because we were fucking fired up. Let's be real. The Packers don't block kicks. You guys had a great game and you showed massive improvement, man. I'm not going to lie. Jordan Love was not the Jordan Love we wanted. But at the end of the day, our defense showed you you're second at best. Really, you're fourth at best, losing the division. Now, let me give you this. Before you have a rebuttal, I'm going to tell you this right now.
You know I'm having a rebuttal.
I know you are because it's Packers-Bears game. I'm going to tell you this right now. I was scared. You saw it. You got no video footage.
Well, you saw it.
You saw it, but you know what? You did it. I would do. It was a back and forth game. It was something that was way more competitive than I did not expect. But you know what? I did believe we had the resiliency to unite our team for a common goal. The reason we blocked that kick and we fucked you guys up is because we had a pump fake, we had a spy on the right, and that's how we got past your right guard. I didn't see that coming. That's the Jeff Heffley trick bag. Like, I'm wearing this hat. I'm wearing the jersey. I got on the pack of shoes right now. You guys have to be prepared for all fucking scenarios. And I think that the reason why the Packers... Oh, here we go. You're not ready for that. But I think that today the Packers over-prepared for a lot of scenarios that didn't come into play, which is why during certain plays and certain offenses, we were not as effective as we should have been. We over-prepared, but... The one thing I'll give us, our defense special teams, they did the thing today. And I think that that's something I've never seen from the Packers team. Now, with that being said, Lavon, I can't get to you again, but I don't give a shit. Yeah. If you're racing or you're running track, you win by a tenth of a second, it's a fucking win. There's no you win and you're lost. That's not a thing. You guys had a positive game, but you lost. That's all I got to say.
Here's the thing. See, here's the thing about Corey's question. It can be tricky. It's a trick question because you add two identities, you only can have one. Because if you don't have a win, or if you don't have a loss, you have a tie. So I can say if Corey came to our game, first quarter all the way through 5 seconds in the fourth quarter, you would have thought Bears won. Corey just said he looked at the stats. He would look at y'all improved. Potentially y'all could have won. The thing was, you was quiet the whole entire game. Now
I wasn't quiet the entire game. I was just quiet and certain moments. I was outnumbered. Just to let you know, I was outnumbered.
I never got a picture.
I was outnumbered. I was the only person agreeing. If there had been more Packers fans, I would have been a lot more vocal. But you saw the numbers. I was outnumbered. I couldn't be screaming, But
it doesn't matter. It is for Imorie. It doesn't matter if you outnumber. You represent your shit.
Oh, I did.
It doesn't matter.
I was clapping.
So that means you talk your shit regardless.
You damn right.
You know how many times? Now, you know how many times that I'd have been in a place where my shit. I'm talking back in the day. You know the struggle I went through.
Oh, I do.
I still rep my shit.
Yeah.
So
I never did represent. In my defense, I never did represent my shit. I will say that. Every time there was a positive play, I was standing up clapping. Like, I was doing that thing. I absolutely was. But when it came to talking shit, that we never had enough of a lead for me to feel validated in a room of 120 Bears fans. That's all I'm saying. You were on
talk that noise. Talk that noise.
Yeah. He did, like I said at the beginning, he did great representing. He had the boldness to do that in the den. Now, it was so funny. I was going to the restroom, right? And these women was going to the restroom. They had Walter Payton shirts on and everything. And it's so funny. One lady was like, "Yeah, bear down. I can't wait. Till we get this victory." I was like, "Me too. Let's go." Next thing you know, she turned around with her friend girl. I can't stand that Green Bay Packer fan. She said, "I can't stand." She said, "I need to jump him." Hey. She was like Mexican or Latino or something like that. She like jump him. I was
not scared, bro. I was not fucking scared, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, I walked in and sat down, bro. Like, I wasn't scared.
Okay.
Like, you want some of that?
Oh yeah. But see, little did they know, me and the bar owner are good friends. And and when they saw me walk up and dap him up and he grabbed my shoulder, it was like, oh, that nigga's somebody. And, and that's the thing. Like, that environment was Lavon's first experience in Atlanta in a Bears-dominated room. And for me, I'm a Packers fan, but, like, I watch the Bears fans at the Packers hangouts, like, where we're outnumbered. But for me to walk into the Lions Den, that was a transformative experience, especially with the game being as close as it was. And when we blocked that kick, and Lavon took the video, and that video is going to be history on this show from now on. From now on.
I'm telling you, when you see it, Corey, it should be on Instagram in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. When you see it, the Bears was like, yeah.
And then I was like,
and he like,
okay.
Yeah, it was the most validating thing ever, bro. And like, within 5 minutes, there was 120 Bears fans, and then there was like 10 Bears fans. Like, there was all like, fuck this shit, we're gone. And me and Lavon sitting there, I got me another beer. We closed out, and it was just like, bro, man, that was the first time I've watched an NFC North game in the South City. Also, the Falcons lost to the Broncos today, so everybody in Atlanta is pissed about football. So, that was the first time I've really seen an NFC North matchup in the city. And I was the only one who had the balls to come in with the winning team. And that's a whole nother fucking thing, Corey. You know, like you guys are coming off like the worst drought in the history of your franchise, but to walk into my friend's bar and to have it be a close game, but at the end of the day, to just walk out just happy, bro. Like I drove home listening to a bunch of EDM music, dancing, shaking my head, flinging my hat out the window at people, and it was just like, bro, when you win, you're talking shit. No.
Yep.
That's what you're supposed to do. Like I said, more props to you, Imorie. That's what I'm saying. You did. You went to that den.
I did.
But your so called. So that was up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was. And
then honestly, I've never had the balls to do that before. Like, I mean, I've been going to the Black Bear Tavern for years, but when football season comes around, I'm always talking about shit. But we got the Spike podcast now. Lavon's never been to a Bears bar here in Atlanta. I was like, I'm definitely going to talk about shit. And Lavon, let's get you. How did you feel being in the environment, man?
Man, yeah, that's a great question. It was like no other. I've never been in a Bears bar like that in my adult life. It was like home, and I was like, "Wow!" I see Buckus, I see Walter Payton.
Yo, I see talk about that dude's shirt, bro.
Oh man,
that was the best shirt I've ever seen,
said,
bro.
He said, I think it said something like,
"Fuck the Packers,
go Bears, go Bears, F the Packers. They can suck my dick, Buckus."
Oh no, it was they can suck my dick cup.
They
can suck my dick up, bro. And then I saw the shirt, and I was like, bro, I can't even hate. Nigga tapped me up. Yeah. And that was such a thing. Like, I was outnumbered. I was the only guy in green gold, and I was decked out from head to toe. I even got the, let me put on the show, limited edition Nike Packers. Actually, I got my slides on. Hold on, where they at? I had the limited edition Packer shoes on. I'm a little tipsy, but like literally, bro. Everybody still respected the fuck out of me, bro. Like I dapped up every Bears fans, and like it was still cool to be in a hostile environment where they still gave me a certain sense of reciprocity. But Lavon, my bad. I'll let you keep going.
No, you good. It was the funny part was, man, when you see that video, like Imorie said on Instagram, you will have the funniest, the most hilarious laugh out because we're like,
everybody in the bar was standing up and everything, bro.
But then he come up and be like, yeah. It was like a commercial, man. I was like, it was like a commercial, and you know what? For him, as I respect, him as a Green Bay fan, he deserves his kudos for supporting his team who he truly loves. And that's mad love right there. That's mad love. Yeah.
Always, bro.
No doubt.
So, Corey, we've been talking back and forth. I'm sorry. What did you think of our game today?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, real talk. I thought it was going to be more of Green Bay dominating.
Me too.
The Bears. But
I
always say, when the division games come, you throw them records out the
fucking window.
Because they're gonna step up. Even them coaches gonna motivate them to look here. This division, we gotta do this. And with the Bears, with this being the Bears' first division game of the season, so you already know they were hyped up. Like, we gotta get it. We gotta get it. We gotta get it. So for it being close, for it to being to end the way it end. The Bears, like I say, look, I'm gonna tell you, your team is not too far behind.
Yes, I'll give you that. 100%.
They're not too far behind.
Yeah.
So, like, but you're getting a new offensive coordinator now, it's shaking stuff up, but no, y'all not too far behind. Not too far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We're not too far behind. It's not this year though. That's why I want to stay in reality. It's not this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so what people think is this year because of the expectation we had, OTAs and preseason.
That's a victim of the media though. Like they overhyped you guys this whole new thing. But sorry.
Yeah, they did. Even with Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, putting him on Hard Knocks was just putting him on a pedestal that he was never able to attain to. But
yeah. So and other than that, I was satisfied because I saw a change. And that's the only thing I can just say, okay, good. We have some hope. Now, nobody like losses. I don't like losses, especially the damn Green Bay.
Fuck you, man!
I don't like that. But
I still own him. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. But I can appreciate being competitive. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I appreciate being competitive. And that right there, you can say, yeah, we might suck record-wise and stat-wise, but we was competitive today. And that's what I appreciate. Yeah.
So
a lot of times the record, just say like a record, don't show. That's why I tell people all the time, you have to watch the game versus what the record shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They fight, and sometimes, maybe the referee might do a bad call, shift momentum, just another. But if you see the fight in them players, another, you be like, okay, good. So you see, like you said, you see the progress of what's going on.
Absolutely. Yep. And then I seen, I was on Instagram, YouTube. I was on YouTube and saw the response to some of the fans that was actually inside the stadium. And they were just like us in our Bears den. They were just like, yeah.
Yo, not gonna lie, I have never seen a Packers Bears game in that way in my lifetime. That was like, oh my god, because literally in those moments, the reason I stood up, and it was right before we started here recording the video, but I stood up, I was like, ain't no way, ain't no way we're finna fuck up this bad, because we're 10-0 against you guys, and luckily they had the right scheme, but man. Dude, the second you guys blocked that kick, I feel like it might have regressed you guys just a little bit as far as the momentum of you guys' team. I could be tripping, but Lavon, what you think?
I think you're right, but let me ask you this. Well, let me make this statement. I think the next thing now, we got one more game.
We do it January.
The last game.
That's going to be lit.
That game gonna be so competitive. Now we got the Green Bay juices out. Caleb got them juices out of him. He experienced the defense of what you potentially can do to him. And I think he'll go into that game, especially last game, with confidence. I've seen this thing before.
Especially if you guys are out of the playoffs and he doesn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. Like I told you guys, even if you guys lose out, like you said,
playbook.
Yeah,
open up the play.
But also, when you guys don't have a playoff spot to fight for, you can take a lot more risks on offense. The scheme is going to be a lot more versatile. And that's another thing, too. You guys are still in a spot where you can knock one of us out, especially Green Bay, fighting for the wild card out of the playoffs. So, it's going to be a really interesting thing to say, but, I'll let you finish the line.
No, that's good. No, that's it.
So let me ask you this, man. And this is something I haven't asked you about yet.
No.
Today's game was super competitive. And on the preview, we both talked about who our breakout players were for both teams. And it seems like Caleb was one of them. And Swift was he was kind of good. But do you really think he was the second breakout player for the Bears? You really think that you stand by that?
Absolutely. Now, remember, we had 28 attempts rushing and 165 yards rushing. When the last time we had that as a Bears team, rushing over 150, even though we lost. You see what I'm saying?
Now, my question to you, do you think that's sustainable? Because you guys talked about your schedule. Who you guys have next week? You guys got all the NFC North teams and then the Niners and the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Do you think that because of this, especially the hype going up against Green Bay, were your biggest rival? Because today was arguably the first real game in your 17 weeks or 17-week season that you needed to win. Mm-hmm. Do you think that this is going to give you guys momentum for Swift and Caleb to have that reciprocity going forward? Do you think that maybe today won Caleb over his receivers a little bit more? What are your thoughts?
Let me tell you, one of the best friends for a quarterback, especially a young quarterback, is his tight end.
Okay.
Tight end.
His tight end is one of his best friends. You see what I'm saying? So if the running game ain't going, you got your tight ends 4 to 7 yards ready to receive. And say if that's consistent, you bring your tight end motion. You got to motion your tight end in or out where he can be an attribute for you as a blocker or receiver in play action.
Okay.
And so that's what I think we made an adjustment at. Because you remember, let's pick it back a few games. You remember I was complaining about Komet ain't get a pass thrown into the fourth quarter.
You absolutely were. And you said the one catch you made was actually super important too.
Yeah, exactly. So you get that tight end in the game, it's going to make him feel safe in check downs and also keep him alert. Okay, I have a best friend if those main receivers out there are not catching the ball. Remember, Keenan Allen dropped a couple balls.
He did. He definitely did. Honestly, and then he was on the bench with that ankle injury, and then he was back on the field. What the fuck was that? That was weird, man.
Man, I don't know.
I think he's a fucking diva. I really do, and I told you that. Last night in the preview, you talked about the comparison between receivers. You said that my second years were not as good as your veterans. Well, today, my second year receiver, Christian Watson, shit on your whole goddamn team. Yeah, okay. You got anything to say about that? 150 yards. 150 yards. And a touchdown. And a touchdown. Yeah, 150 yards reception and a touchdown.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good. But see, that's the thing. That's what makes the game so interesting and balanced. Because you all had a player and we didn't have a player. Now, Corey wanted to say something.
Here we go. I know it was coming. I knew it was coming.
But here's the thing. Even though you had the receiver that did all that, and somebody gonna have a breakout player.
Yeah.
We had a breakout player, that did pretty good consistently. At the end of the game, that's what it's about.
All right, Mr. Thompson, what you got? What you got, bro? Come on. I know you had 2 points you wanted to make. Let's do it. I know you were coming from a running back. Josh Jacobs did not perform like Gibbs and Montgomery, so go ahead and drag him. I know that's coming, but let's get it over with.
No, I'm gonna go. I'm just finna do a little something. I'm not gonna do too much because I know you have to represent.
If you guys don't mind, can we do a spike before we go into it?
Oh yeah.
We haven't done it yet. Hey, shout out to the Bears, great game. But 1, 2, 3, spike.
Oh yeah,
Spike.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this good.
All right, Mr. Thompson, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead though.
Yeah, Mr. Thompson, there you go. I got your paw. I guess y'all say it. But anyway,
you gotta put some respect.
I gotta put some respect on the name, bro.
No, it was just something when I saw. I guess the video you and Lavon did, and you said is Abe McKinley the best safety in the league?
Arguably,
I had a problem with.
Arguably. Who was leading the league in picks for 6 weeks? Let's talk about picks.
I want to see a week.
Well, I'm talking currently.
Like
how many picks you got on defense?
Well, I had to get them stats. I ain't got them stats record, but I think you got Brian Branson.
From my perspective,
Kirby Joseph.
I think we might be tied in picks.
I'm not fucking with them now. I'm saying it right now because Kelly got 6 and Kirby Joseph got 6. So he's not the best. I put it like this: Mo got 6. Who got the best record? So it has to go to them.
Fair. I'll give it to you. I'll concede. Honestly, though, I'll concede.
That's right.
And honestly, Detroit's firing on all cylinders, man. And we're talking about the Bears Packers primarily, but you guys fucking destroyed Jacksonville today, 52-6.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
We were there.
I stopped
watching.
I stopped watching. I was like, what the fuck? And my goal, and this is the thing we and Lavon were kind of alluding to. Consistency is going to come into play. You guys are firing. You got to keep that momentum going. But I know what it is, Corey. Go ahead and finish talk your shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I said we whooped their ass. We spanked their ass. And, that's what we're supposed to do, I say we lost a key player today. Another key player.
Yeah.
And second leading tackle on the team, one of the team captains. So that's 2 team captains gone. And of the... I think 8 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks or something like that.
So he's out for the season, basically.
If he do come back, Yeah, until the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, let's man up. That's all I can say. But I always stress that, team do good, don't want to get injuries, but injuries are always a part of the game.
For sure. Especially this season.
So with that, exactly. So with that being said, it still don't bring me down as far as us, making a run for the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't say I think. I know we got the coaching staff, the personnel to motivate these players to this player went down. Okay, prayers up to them, but the season don't stop. We have to keep on working, keep on striving.
The show goes on, bro. The show goes the fuck on, man.
The show goes on, exactly. So my status still the same as far as we still got to form to win. Go to Super Bowl and win. It's still the same, But I don't want another injury. I can back up my nobody.
Hey, we in healthcare. That man got injuries like we go to work.
Literally, bro. His whole defensive team is an add-on in the OR, bro. Like, what the fuck going on?
You be like, okay, yeah, I got them. Okay, I'll highlight y'all tomorrow. Oh, hold on. We got another player. What's his name?
Hey, I cannot have
hey, Siri, call the doctor, goddamn. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro?
Exactly, man. Lord, please do not let another injury happen. I said, God,
that's the prayer.
When I saw it, I said, man. But like I said, we have to push on through. So they're not gonna cancel the season and say, okay, Detroit lost their player. We're gonna stop the season until you get here. Not gonna happen. Have to keep on going. So, like I said, I still think we got the formula to still win. Like I said, Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn. Like I said, coaching staff. We got a strong coaching staff. I think we got. Because, I can tell they play for them coaches. So
they do. And that's the beauty of your team. It's like your team is the opposite of the Bears and the Packers. Like, the Bears are playing for shit talk's sake. Like, everybody's going against them. The Packers are playing to beat that. And y'all are just playing because you think you can win.
Only for right now. We're only doing that for right now.
Losers talks. Like we did the Cowboys. Let's leave him up there in the top right. But, Corey, here's one thing I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now, Corey. Your team has more heart than both of our teams right now. And I'm just going to be right up. And honestly, it's impressive as fuck to see. The culture that Dan Campbell has been able to, kind of create around that team, especially in such a short time as head coach, is beautiful. Like, the fact that our division, all of our teams are competitive, this is the best thing for football, especially as far as the NFC is concerned. And honestly, I'm wearing my Packers hat, my jersey, my shoes, got the flag. Y'all are all dead kind of merch. At the end of the day, it's any given fucking team. And
I know shoes you wearing.
I don't care. Shut up. It's fine. It's fine because the Bears don't have shoes, so we're gonna leave him up there with the.
We got plenty of shoes.
We'll leave him up there with back in 1990, bro.
We got plenty of shoes.
I'm sorry, bro. For somebody who ripped your merch off the wall last episode, you should just be quiet, bro.
You see it back up because we almost whooped y'all ass.
There was never an ass whooping. It was a good game. It was not. We had to win by 7 for it to be a whoop y'all.
You act like you blew us out.
I never said that. I'm talking like we won the fucking football game. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a goddamn mile. In this division,
that's true.
1 point.
One moment, doctor.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
One moment, doctor.
What you got going
on? I'm gonna say I can throw what the predictions that you said the score was gonna be.
Yeah, no, we were both wrong. I'll be the first one.
You was real wrong.
I was really fucking wrong.
Now, Imorie,
I was wrong as fuck.
Now, Imorie. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: put that cup up, take a drink.
Hey, shoot, I'm gonna take one for him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You said that y'all was gonna beat the Bears
42-10.
42.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said.
Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. We see them.
Yeah,
we see them.
That's what you said. Now look, Lavon, you said that y'all win 28-9,
and he didn't even count for them scoring a fucking touchdown. So as far as I'm concerned, we're both fucking wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both wrong, but that 42-10, hey, that's a long way.
It was. It absolutely was.
Hey.
Can I get my 2 cents before you go into a quarter? Can I get my 2 cents?
Oh, no, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this right now because my number one fucking problem with goddamn Green Bay Packers right now is Jordan Love's decision making. I'm gonna just throw that the fuck out there. There was the one pick he threw in this game, that overthrown touchdown on the right corner.
Yeah.
If that pass had been thrown a little bit shorter, it would have been first and goal. Could have changed the momentum of the game. Now I'm gonna put this right now. The reason I give the Bears their props over the game is because Caleb was resilient, man. Like, I'm not going to lie, especially with the offense not scoring touchdowns in the previous 3 games, especially with them going up with, their absolute rival in the season, bro. I'm pissed because Jordan Love does not have the gravitas to lead this team offensively. Now, I will say today, his receivers bailed him the fuck out, especially the fact that Christian Watson, who's previously in the previous 10 games minus the bye week, has been the lowest fucking impactful receiver. He got lucky today. He absolutely did. And I'm not talking about Watson, I'm talking about Jordan Love. And here's my thing. I know that Matt LaFleur was fired up as fuck on the sideline. And me and Corey talked about fire coaches a lot on the show. But my thing is, man, you can't be fiery over your lack of preparation for a football game. I think today the Bears were repetitive because we thought the game was going to be easier than it was.
You burp cheese on the screen.
That's okay. I'm a slap on wrist and bleed cheese too. Like what bleed cheese. But no, for real, man. Dude, we underestimated you guys, Lavon. And I'll be the first to say it, man. I will absolutely be the first. Offensively, and even more defensively. I think the Jeff Hafley's scheme was way too conservative. And I think that he really didn't coagulate for this new Thomas Brown OC recognizing the defensive schemes that we had going on. Because, like, Lavon, we were there. We were sitting, drinking, talking. Yeah. You saw the whole bar. Like, every time you guys were on offense, there was a pass play that made me... There was at one point I threw my hat on the ground. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I did pick it up and put it right back home, though. But I'm just saying, it was like, man, this was not the aggressiveness I wanted. But go ahead.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Okay. With Jordan Love, I'm talking about like right now at this stage, right now. Mm-hmm. How do you really feel about that quarterback, Jordan Love?
I'm gonna put it this way:
Are you confident with that quarterback going forward, or do you think I don't say get rid of him, but he probably need to study more, work more, or get an offense coordinator just to. Right.
Can I be brutally fucking honest? Can I be brutally fucking honest? This is the Spike. This is my show. This is a show we made. I'm gonna be real. So here's my thing. Now there's a trend, and I'm gonna take a left field, but I promise I'll bring it back, right? So Jordan Love had the opportunity to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 fucking years, right? A blessing. A blessing as a backup QB, because not only are you getting consistent income, you're actually learning the game from a perspective of a Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer, 4-time MVP. It's a given, right? Now, my concern with Jordan Love is that after his first year starting, that rallying in the second half of last year's season, going from 3-6 to 9-8 to make the playoffs, that gave him so much confidence in his ability. And I think that was absolutely, it was positive at the time, but now we're paying for it because Jordan Love's decision making is suffering because he believes that he can just do things that other quarterbacks can't. Now, here's me going full circle. Today, Jordan Love threw a pick, Caleb Williams did not. Okay? That's fucking ridiculous. All right? 5 years in the NFL, and you're getting shit on by a rookie? And as far as picks concerned, you know who a previous day Rodgers being the Jets, you know who the fewest picks in the NFL? Aaron goddamn Rodgers. And I like to think that Tom Clements is doing great things with developing the quarterback room. But I'm going to be real with you. And this is my ultimate fucking bottom line. This is something that most Packer fans are going to say. I think Jordan Love is actually concerned about Malik Willis being behind him. I think Jordan Love is concerned about Malik Willis being behind him as a second string. And I'm going to be real with you because, from a passing perspective, Malik Willis, obviously, in the games he started, Matt LaFleur didn't allow him to have the most, offensive plays. He wasn't throwing darts. But when he threw the ball, Nigga, it was always a completion. Jordan Love is approaching the game as if he's a gunslinger. Especially going up on a team like the Bears, which is defense heavy. You know? Like, he thought that he was just going to be able to just mop it up. You know? And it looked to me... Yeah, he did. He did. And, you know, there was a couple of passes like that second to last touchdown where he threw the dot to Reed in the end zone. I was like, that's the shit. That's the Rodgers. But then he tapped into the Favre and started throwing picks, too. So I think that as far as offensively, the scheme with the Packers, especially with Matt LaFleur calling the offensive plays, but him not being the offensive coordinator, I think that there's just too many heads in the building. We need to streamline the play calling and the scheme, and we need to absolutely just give Jordan the scenario where he doesn't have to overthink every play he has going. Now, Corey, you asked me if I think he's a quarterback going forward. I'm going to tell you, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think the one thing he needs to do is understand that, like, competition is friendly. When you're an athlete in the National Football League, dude, you're getting, like, Jordan Love's already the second highest paid quarterback in the whole fucking league, man, Dak Prescott, who's a sack of shit. Dude, the bar with Dak being the best paid and Jordan Love is like, you know what I mean? Like Jordan Love's still playing. Like, we have a better record than the Cowboys ever have. But I think that Jordan legitimately, like what he was doing in the previous season before he had that first year starting, when he was practicing with the receivers in the offseason doing OTAs in California, or like all the guys just coming out there, that's the Jordan we need right now. We need the leader. But I think that, you know, when Matt LaFleur's offensive scheme, I think that there's just too many chickens in the chicken coop. And I think that we just need to streamline the thing offensively. But that's my take.
Okay. I get you.
And here's another thing. I got a small take on that.
Oh,
yeah, so, you know, Jordan Love, he sat behind Rodgers. And this is why I asked the question, is Jordan Love, is he actually progressing or is he regressing in this year? Because of the simple fact of, yes, he throw a lot of this on a daily.
A lot of fucking picks, man. It's not good. It's not a good look, man. It's really not a good look, man.
Right. So you can't stay level. It's either you going up or you going down. And so if you're going like this, you're gonna have to have that defense, especially offensive. You're going like this, you have to have your defense step up and your special team. And that's what happened to you all today. For you, y'all special team stepped up, and that's normally where I be like my partner. I'm like, you know, picking the thing, you know, but people forget special teams.
Special teams is so important, man.
It's important. It's very important.
Special teams is important.
Yes, sir. And even since I lost today, special team was big for Green Bay.
I don't know. Honestly, which is not characteristic of us. Which is why today's victory was fun for me, because I didn't see that coming. But well, go ahead.
No, it's good. It's just like I'm not used to a punter averaging almost 60 yards a punt. You know. And another thing, well, I am kind of used to this, so I feel go kick this. Yeah, never mind. I'm about to mess up my whole.
You know what?
Hey, look, I'm tell you like this. Look it like this. Y'all didn't get blowed out.
You didn't. You fucking didn't. That's impressive on its own. Like for real.
Everybody, I promise, everybody in America and the whole world said Green Bay gonna whoop the Bears.
Yeah,
but y'all win ahead of time. You know, I put that tape out there. Like, okay, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So no, man, look here. Football is definitely like the movie Any Given Sunday.
Honestly, that's the best. Arguably, that's the best football movie ever made. Any Given Sunday and The Replacements, in my opinion, two best football movies ever made. But that's just my opinion. Sorry, go ahead, Corey.
Program. Watch the program.
I was just about to say I can rebuttal to that a little bit. The program.
I haven't seen that, so I need to check it out for sure.
You haven't seen the program yet?
I've never seen it, bro. I need to watch it. Like, I'll watch it soon.
What?
No, bro.
What?
You talking about my mommy? You talking about my
what? Exactly. Emory, will you watch it? Alvin Mack. That's the guy.
Yes. That's my guy.
I swear to God, guys, I will watch it tonight after we get done doing the show. I swear to God.
Watch.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Hey, and you know what? You know what, Emory? Imorie, this can lead us. I remember you saying you want to do a couple movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. This can actually lead us to really talking about the movie, the program.
That sounds great, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's take it back full circle, guys. So Corey, obviously, at the current state of the NFC North, you guys are dominating teams. You guys are just on a fiery track, man. But like we said, you saw how close our game was today. I think that the volatility in this division is especially considerate upon the environment of each game. And I think that, low-key, you guys are firing up, but I am so excited to get a chance at you guys again. I know we lost by 10 when we played, but I'm just saying I am excited. I think that you guys are just rolling right now. Like you guys lost to the Bucs in the first couple of weeks, but like as far as adversity, bro, like you guys are just firing on all cylinders, man. I think that's admirable for your organization. I think that the Detroit Lions, especially not having a Super Bowl in their entire thing, bro, I'm not going to hate on you. Like, you guys are my number one fear. I think you guys are probably the number one fear for the entire NFC. And, you know, I will say that, like, even though you guys are suffering injuries, especially with the loss of Hutchinson and the other guy today, man, like, you guys are still finding ways to win football games. So I just have to give you kudos for that. But, you know, on the other note, let me kick it over to the Bears real quick. Lavon, you know why we won this football game today?
No.
You know why Green Bay beat you today?
Why?
It's because we came into your house way more hyped than you guys were about the dub.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying coming from a Green Bay perspective.
Because we like honestly, with the way the game was going, we should not have won.
Yeah,
but
no, y'all should have won, and y'all should have won big according to how we've been playing the past 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. I should have won big. But one thing we've been focused on, see, I've been listening to a lot of insiders inside the camp at the Bears, Hallis Hall. And a lot of our focus has been internal. And a lot of things that have been internal been made public.
True.
And so that brings upon distractions. And when you see, my focus was, I guarantee you, all them Bears fans that was in that restaurant, they knew exactly what was going on internally. And we didn't supposed to know what's going on internally.
That's
like
facts.
that.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so emotionally, yes, we know, like, okay, offensive coordinator. We so worried about how the offensive coordinator going to respond. We didn't really get into the point where you ain't heard nothing about our number one staple of our history of our franchise, the defense. Yeah. You ain't hear nothing too much about that today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we were so worried about the offense. And I just mentioned it. You know how he was fired up and everything. We didn't mention about the staple of our defense. And we made some mistakes defensively. So my thing is keep it rolling in a positive direction with Thomas Brown for the end of the year play week to week. We got the Vikings. And I just can't, until we win, it's hard for me to see it. I got to see consistency.
That's a fair perspective.
Winning. Yeah.
So you're pretty much saying you have to go ahead and finish the game, because I'm gonna say it like this. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all had the game won. They lost at the end. You're pretty much saying, like you said, finish the game. Finish the game. You got to win the game. You know, it don't do good to play good, you know, to the end and motherfucking lose the shit at the end.
Literally, motherfucking lose the shit at the end.
Your face shows it.
Man, it makes you want to have dreams.
That the Bears should have won that game today. It shows it. It shows it.
And we said the same thing when we played Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
Same thing. Can you imagine? We'd have been 6-4 right now. We've been 6-4. 6-4, something like that. But we would have been over 500 with confidence. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Defense confidence.
That plays a role.
Offense confidence.
Let me take that full circle, guys. So what is our mantra for the show been the whole fucking season so far? All of the things we're discussing.
Yeah.
Go back to coaching. Like, let's be real. And, you know, we've been talking about, like, fiery coaches and everything in the Lions. Yeah. Dan Campbell is arguably the fieriest fucking coach in the entire goddamn NFC. Like, go ahead.
Dan Campbell is the best coach in the world.
Hey, you might well drink all that.
Yeah, just drink all that.
Get another sip.
But Dan Campbell,
Hey. Who number one in the North?
You are.
Okay.
He just calling timeouts and giving encouragement speeches.
That's all it is. But also, fuck the bullshit, guys. Let's be real here. Let's bring it back. Let's be real here, man.
No, it's real.
No. But Corey, I'm about to give you way more props. Corey, I'm about to give you way more props. Listen to me. Dan Campbell's players love him more than any other players do or any coach in the NFC. That alone is an absolute victory and mentality for your team's mindset. Like, look at what you guys are doing to dude, you guys have not, apart from that one loss of the Bucks, bro, you guys threw 5 picks and still won the goddamn game last week. You know what I mean? Like, if that's not a testament to adversity and confidence, like I told you guys, football is an emotional goddamn sport, man. Sure, there's a lot of physical gravitas. Sure, there's a lot of scheme that goes into it, man. But, ultimately, the team that believes they have the balls to win and the team that push their heart and endurance on the line are the team that win. And right now, the Detroit Lions, man, bro, I don't want to see Dan Campbell in the fucking playoffs, bro. Dan Campbell fired up. Hell no. Sure, we wiped the floor with the fucking Cowboys last year, but dog, y'all and us, honestly, our second game is going to be the number one indicator of how we're going to do in the playoffs. Because arguably, it's you or us in the NFC. And, Lavon, you guys played a great game today. I'm not going to lie. Sure, the Washington's doing good things. You know, the Falcons took an L to the Broncos today. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things in the air, but at the end of the goddamn day, man, the team that's the most fired up, the team that believes they can do the most, the team that believes in their scheme, they are confident in all the moving pieces on their offense or defense or special teams or whatever the case may be. That's the fucking winning team. Brady, but we're talking about quarterback contracts in the previous episode, right? Dak Prescott's contract is the number one reason why they're not going to draw any positive talent that can shift them around in the positive direction. With Detroit, I'm just going to be real. Detroit, bro, you guys, from a cap perspective, you guys are pretty fucking diabolical. And you still got some wiggle room.
Oh, yeah.
Green Bay, obviously we never make trades towards the trade deadline. Which, we saw that today. Maybe my number one gripe with Green Bay is that a lot of our first round defensive players that we picked up this previous draft of last year are washed. Lucas Van Ness is dog shit. Dog shit, bro. Lavon, we were talking about it. How many times did we see him get pressure on Caleb Williams and then touch him on the shoulder and not be able to get the sack? That's not what we're here for, man. You guys in the Detroit Lions, Corey, are pushing shit. And one guy has the strength of 3 men because of the ability and confidence he believes in his organization. I think that's what's going to come down to a playoff winning team. That's exactly what it is. In Detroit, the Bears, you guys lost to us today, but man, I tell you, today was a game that's trending in the right direction for you guys. Hopefully in the offseason, you guys actually fire Eberflus, which is a mandatory thing. You remember the chant at the bar? Just saying, everybody was chanting, fire Eberflus. It was crazy, bro. But honestly, that's the issue with you guys. You guys don't have that uniting factor to unite your defense. Or your defense and offenses, respectively. Especially with the rifts between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. Now, the Packers, today, that was the most unput-together Packers team I've seen in a Bears game in my entire life. Which is why this is arguably the best game in our rivalry that I've seen probably in my lifetime, man. I'm not going to lie.
That's good. It's good. It's competitive, man. I ain't going to lie. It's... in the past, either the Bears will be up in the early 80s. The Bears will be up big. In the 90s, 10s, and even 20s, Packers have been up big. And so it's good when you can actually enjoy a good competitive game where neither party can talk.
Yeah.
Neither one of us can talk.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Yeah. Until the last second of the game. And so I can tilt my hat off to Green Bay as well as the Bears for allowing themselves to be competitive with one another. Mm-hmm. And now, Detroit, who y'all got?
Next week, we got the Colts.
You got the Colts?
That's a dog.
Who you got after the Colts?
We got, let me see. I think we got Chicago.
Yeah, we ain't spreading you motherfuckers.
Here we go.
We ain't ready. Hey.
No, we got the Bears. No, it depends. It depends on which bear we got. Do we got?
That's true. That's true. That's
We
true.
got the black bear. We got the grizzly bears. We got the gummy bears.
Polar bears.
Depends on what we got.
Okay, I got you. Hey, with the Lions, we might have Simba. Well, you know, you ain't gonna have no Voltron. So,
wow.
Hey,
My guy, that's my guy right there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so since we're talking about the next division matchup on the show, let's go ahead and give a little 2 week ahead preview. Let's go to Corey first. You guys are coming up with the Bears. Obviously, they're a team that's they're emotionally driven. And where's this game at? Is it in Detroit? Is it in Chicago? Do you guys know? First matchup?
Oh yeah, we'll be at home. Thanksgiving.
So the Bears are going to the. Oh, y'all play on Thanksgiving. Now, Corey, I'm gonna tell you this one thing, bro. It's a stat that you're gonna hate. Lions always lose on Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. You guys are not good on Thanksgiving, bro. What happened when we came to y'all's house, bro?
Hey, Emory, have you ever had good old? It's what they call that? It's dice spiced with ice lion lamb chop.
Oh yeah. I've had one.
Some of that.
I've had some of that, bro.
Okay.
I've had some of that.
I think I'm gonna have a little of that with a little gravy on top of it. I had a little gravy on there. You know, with the dressing. I want the dressing around. Get the cranberry in there. Okay. Yeah, that's how.
So Corey, what you got to say? You guys lose on Thanksgiving. What the fuck? Why do you guys lose on Thanksgiving? Like, statistically speaking, you guys are great. But what's up with that segment? What you got?
Well, I'm just gonna say this right here. You know, Thanksgiving, it's a big stage for us. You know, but now I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here.
Hey, yo, cheers to that. I already know he come with some bullshit, but cheers to that, bro.
Look here. We done made mistakes in the past, but this is a new era for us. So this
it's a new era for the rest of the season. The next year, it's the end of the era.
Look here, I'm gonna have the dish laid out for everybody. Look here, free for everybody. We gonna chop them fucking bears up, and we gonna eat good. We gonna lay some gravy out. Remember that? Sheesh! You know, it don't be a turkey, but we're going to chop them bears up.
Oh, you going to have bears? You have bears and dressing. You have bears and dressing.
That's right. That's exactly what we're going to have. That's exactly what we're going to have.
Hey, hold word. If we would have won today, I could have come back. I could have came back and be like, hey, if we'd have won today, I could you could have sprinkled some cheese on that. You know what I'm talking about?
But you can't because you lost. So shut up. Just say defense wins football games. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Let's think about it. You know, Thanksgiving don't be your thing because one of the guys posted in one of them groups. They said, I don't care what y'all say. Lions gonna lose on Thanksgiving.
You always do. Like, where does that come from? Like,
they said that. They said that.
Yeah.
Hey,
but I'm gonna say, I'm saying it right now. This me talking.
Papa with the spoke.
Papa will speak. Look here. We will defeat the Bears on Thanksgiving, and we will beat them by 3 touchdowns.
21 up.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
We hear you. Lavon, you got something to say about that?
Let me piggyback. What was Imorie's score?
Oh my God, 42-10, bro. That was 42-10. I was wrong.
Exactly. No.
Corey.
No, we all in this together, right? We family. Come on.
Yeah, right.
He's going to beat me 42-10.
I'm not gonna lie, Corey. There's one thing I can tell you. Don't underestimate the Chicago Bears, man. I'm going to be real with you.
No,
don't underestimate them. Because that defense today was actually an issue. And I didn't see it coming. I thought that our defense was going to be a little bit more powerful, but man, Thanksgiving with you guys losing Sigma versus that, it might be closer than you think. That's all I got to say.
I'm going to say one more thing. I said 3 touchdowns. it depends if we want to hype it up for them. But if we make it competitive, so the fans can keep watching, we might do it 2 touchdowns. Let me say it like that.
All right, Mr. Lane, how you feeling? What you got? What's your thoughts?
So, Corey's smart now. He didn't give an initial score.
He didn't. He's smart. He's smart. He's very smart.
So,
I should do the same shit.
I taught you, Corey.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy right there.
Hey, cheers to Papa, bro.
He know me.
So, I'm going to be like Corey. I say, on Thanksgiving, we win by 10. I say we win by 10.
I'd love to see the Bears get the Lions. I'd love to see that.
Just because, man.
I'd love to see that, dude. That would give us all the smoke we need in the division. So please, God damn it, Lavon. Please do what you're saying right there, bro.
Yes.
And my own you. So you
it's all right. It's all right, buddy.
So it will be very competitive when if just say the Bears win. Just say we beat the Vikings. Just say that. I don't think we will, but just say we did. And come back and beat the Lions. That makes the division be like, whoa, something brewing.
Yeah.
Something brewing.
Right.
Yeah. And then the talk's going to be, okay, say Green Bay, y'all win.
Yeah.
Y'all play next week? Who y'all play?
Next week we got the 49ers. They're coming to the Lambeau, though. But they're in shambles. It's going to be a tough dub. Yeah, it's a good dub, but if they're coming to Lambeau, I think we got a shot. For real. So,
all right. So say Green Bay. Say if Green Bay lose. Say if Detroit lose, then to the Colts, and then lose
first off,
to the Bears.
I hate the Detroit Lions. There's no way of fuck they're losing to Anthony Richardson. Just saying. There's no shot in fucking hell, bro. We beat the shit out of the Colts with a backup. There's no way they're beating the Lions, bro. There's no way.
The only way, and you can tag this, clip this, or whatever you want to think of how you do this. The way, since everything is set up the way it is now, the way is going to be very competitive in our division where it includes all 4 of us. If Green Bay go 1-1 or 0-2, and Detroit lose to Indianapolis and come back to lose to us on Thanksgiving, that's the only way it can be competitive after week 13.
Otherwise, Packers get the wild card. We're going into the NFC playoffs with a bunch of fucking shit talking tell. I mean, I'm being real with you. But I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, even with Caleb, and that's just the thing, is this is the first game in the second half of the season. That's something we haven't talked about. I mean, I think I alluded to it in the previous episode. How do you feel about Caleb Williams' performance in this Bears offense versus Justin Fields? Because Justin Fields played at the Steelers for a good bit today, and they got the dub over the Ravens. Like, what are you thinking?
Well, oh boy, ooh, yeah, man,
that's a real question. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts about that. I'm gonna kind of summarize it, and it goes back to coaching, what we always been talking about. Let me pick it back. I ain't gonna be long. Last year, Justin Fields had Luke Getsy, which is y'all used
our previous coordinator.
He came to the Bears. We fired him. He went to the Raiders. He got fired again. Just like our offensive coordinator this year, Shane Waldron, did the last half of the season. He got fired. Now, he's under a great tutelage of coaching that base their schemes off his talent.
Okay.
Justin Fields' talent. And he's in a better situation. Right now, you see, we playing musical chairs with our offensive coordinators.
You're playing musical chairs
even if Justin was still there.
Yeah.
Man, have you thought about it? If Justin was still there and we had Luke yesterday, we came to Shane Waldron and Waldron fired, and now we got Thomas Brown, we still got Justin Fields. But what does that change? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we exactly nothing. So my thing is they with Justin Fields, kudos to him. Justin Fields, he forever a Bear in my heart. But since we have Caleb now, we have an offensive coordinator change. I just see us slowly progressing. Okay. And you see it.
I do.
Corey see it. And like I said, it's one game. Next game, he might go off against Minnesota Vikings. Right. That's what I hope. But man, like Corey said, any given Sunday, we take it one game at a time. So Man, I'm glad we have Caleb because I think long term, I think he'll be fine for our organization.
Oh yeah! All right, so let's go around with closing remarks. We'll start with you, Mr. Corey, and then Lavon, and then I'll finish it off. Corey, you guys got an interesting matchup against the Gold Suns. What are your final thoughts, closing remarks about this week's 11 matchup? What are you thinking?
Well, you always say we got a coach and whatnot. Like I said, just one game at a time. You know, I don't look at the records as far as saying, look here, we're gonna whoop their ass or this, that, and another. You know, we still gotta go out there and execute. Players gotta do. But the main thing, like I said, lost a key player at the game. Injuries. Please don't let the injury hit us. Injury bug is knocking on our door, and that's something I don't need right now. Because, like Barry Sanchez said in one of his posts, he said, we have to win the Super Bowl this year. We have to.
Yeah, I
agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
That window be small, just like them targets.
I mean, especially with after this year. Right. If you guys lose Ben Johnson and your DC, boy, the Lions are in for some shit next year. Just saying. Like, because at this point, you guys as offensive and defensive coordinators are the prime candidates for head coaching jobs this season. And
get them out of there.
And, like, honestly, can you even replace that? Like, losing Ben Johnson on the seat, sure, Jared Goff is balling. Like, there's nobody coming out. You're going to get some guy from, the ACC, some college guy to come in and, like, no, it's not going to happen. Exactly. Like, what are you going to do? Exactly. Like, it's not going to happen, man.
Yeah, hey, get him out of there. I want to see an 0-16 team again.
Let's go! You know? Fuck the Lions! Let's go!
Hey, I want to see that again. Dan Campbell be on the hot seat. Hey, we got a position for Dan Campbell just in case.
Shut the fuck up, Lavon. Actually, no, Lavon. Let's be real, Lavon. All right, so that was Corey's closing remarks. How are you feeling? You got the Bears. You guys are going up against the Vikings next week, coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Green Bay Packers. What do you think? What's the move going into next week?
Well, we play the Vikings. I'm confident against the Vikings. We'd be competitive just like we was with Green Bay. So, with the Vikings, I'll give you more details during the week about how I feel about that. I want to focus on today, actually. Today, yes, we got the loss, but with that loss, I saw some type of promise, just a little bit of promise. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. That's all I need. So my last remarks was to my fans, to the fans of the Spike Podcast.
Shout out to y'all guys.
Yes, shout out to the Spike Podcast fans. And if you want to know my closing remarks, go to Instagram. Click on that last video, and you're going to see a whole heap of Bears fans in the den. That's my closing remarks. Those are my... And then you're going to see this man's emotions down there. You're going to see it. Those are my closing remarks. Instagram, Spike Podcast.
Okay, all right, guys. So, round out the show. I'm going to just go in. I'm going to speak at length because the Green Bay Packers are going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, we're coming off a minimal win against the Bears. The 49ers have been the bane of my goddamn existence as a Packers fan for arguably my entire adult life. I think that literally, like, all of our NFC Championship losses was us and the 49ers. Obviously, we have Jordan Love, but Jordan Love is not firing on all cylinders right now. He's making hasty decisions. He's overthrowing receivers. We're calling costly picks. Luckily, today, our defense was able to bail us out, and we got the dub. But the 49ers are coming to Lambeau. With them having all the issues, unfortunately, McCaffrey is back, which is going to be a huge thing for our defense. Because, honestly, we let the Bears get, how many yards you guys get, Lavon? 165, is that what you said? Yeah. 165 yards in running game. Christian McCaffrey is going to do that by himself. So, unless Jeff Hafley's able to really dial in this offense, and we struggle with Chicago. Obviously, you guys have a great defense, but, we struggle with Chicago offensively on a defensive perspective. And I think that, man, if I see another loss to the goddamn 49ers, I'm going to even be on the show next week. Just kidding, I'll be on the show, but I'm going to be upset as fuck.
Let both of y'all one question before we get up out of here. Do y'all fear the Detroit Lions?
Who?
Let me ask you that question.
Who?
Do y'all fear the Detroit Lions?
I'm not afraid of any goddamn. Not afraid of anybody. Honestly,
hold on. I just want to
Lavon, you gave us 3 words.
I know you gonna talk off emotion.
No,
and you gonna say like,
right? We like no,
bro.
No, I know y'all would say that, but I'm asking right now.
Corey, you know what the worst part about this is? My defense to your question is words you said, man. Any given Sunday, I don't give a shit what your record is. There's so many variables at play. There's so many variables at play, man. It's all about which team has the most confidence, which is what I said previously in the show. I don't give a shit who's out, who's injured. It's about who steps up to the plate. You know, we barely beat Chicago today, but at the end of the day, our defense stepped up to the plate. They brought it home. That's the mentality I'm honed in on. Even though I'm upset
with teams did.
Yeah, whatever. I call it defense with special teams, whatever the fuck. Anyways, okay, whatever. Go ahead, Lo.
No, I'm just messing with you. Your special team stepped up big time. Because just say, what if you didn't block the kick and we made the field goal?
It'd be game over. But we did.
Who would you blame?
Honestly, Jordan Love.
Your offense then. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I would, but I don't give a shit. Our defense stepped up. I don't judge my team's success off of anything except for what happens when the clock hits 0, man. I think that if you look at it from any other perspective,
the Bears
lost the game. The Bears lost the game.
The Green Bay don't got the victory.
If the clock hits 0 and the Bears don't have more points and they lose, to approach any certain scenario with that mindset is to hinder you in the next week. Yeah, he's making you feel good, Lavon. That's all good.
I know reality of it, Lo.
No, because even though you won the game, Imorie, you won the game.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what it feels like to have hope?
I do.
Promise?
I do.
In a little bit.
Do you know a little bit. Yeah, okay, now let me give you 2 cents. Do you know how ballsy it was for me to show up at a Bears bar as the only Green Bay motherfucker and walk out with a dub on an absolute failure by your fucking special teams? Do you know what that feels like? Bro, the owner of the bar shook my hand and was like, good game. That's something. That's the mentality I want the Packers to tap into. I never gave up. Yeah. I was worried. Sure. I stood up. Sure. But what happened as soon as I saw defense get on that right side? Woo!
Yeah.
That's called blind faith. And I think that the NFL could use a little bit of that. I think everybody's relying too much on stats and premonitions. What is another reason why you guys' matchup on Thanksgiving is going to be interesting. But that's just my 2 cents.
Right.
Any given Sunday, man.
Hey, I was hey. Hey, look, I'm just going to say, hey. That's all I'm going to say.
Hi.
I'm going to say.
All right, guys.
Hey, y'all get on Paw. Paw going to be ready.
Paw going to be ready, dude. So, like I said, we got the next NFC Spike Podcast episode is going to be the Bears and Lions on Thanksgiving. But, you know, there's a lot of things going on. They got the Vikings next week. Hopefully the Bears come up off top, but the actual podcast next matchup will be on Thanksgiving. But, you know, with all that being said, honestly, Corey, thank you so much for coming in. Lavon, thank you so much for taking, the trip to go to the Bears bar to spend this today. It was so much fun. It was actually something that I think is going to be a tradition moving forward. But with all that being said, thank you guys for checking out the Spike Podcast. My name is Imorie, joined by Mr. Lavon Lane and Mr. Corey Thompson. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you want more content, check us out on Instagram. We love you, and we'll see you guys soon.